Charlotte-Mecklenberg Systemwide-system. The Farmington Report.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Farmington Report. 21st century, honky tonk, 2740 Sugar Creek Road. Today, a good friend of mine, and kind of shared the same interest. But this particular gentleman, Gary Puckett, welcome.
Thank you.
All right. He's a dirt track racer. Tell me a little about that. Where's the car?
The car's right in the back.
Really?
Yeah, I keep it pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
I started when I was 21 years old. Well, actually, I got the fever for it when I was a kid. My dad would take me to watch the dirt track races out here at Metro-Atlanta. And so the bug kind of bit me early. And I always told my dad that I'd have me a race car one day. And so finally, when I was 21, I was able to put a piece of junk together, basically, and start racing. And it's changed a lot since then.
Yeah, well, I see that every once in a while when I do drive in the neighborhood. I see it parked in the garage. What number is it?
Number 90.
Number 90? Does it have what's your favorite name for it? You got a name for it, man?
I don't have a name for it.
Really?
Nope.
What's the schedule look like this year?
We run every Friday night at Carolina Speedway in Gastonia, and we'll run some special events throughout the year. And then towards the end of the year, we'll run a couple of big races. So.
You know that. You do the driving yourself, right?
I do pretty much everything.
I know.
My two kids, they help me
Mm-hmm.
as far as doing body work on it and some mechanical stuff, but most of it's me.
Where's the mechanical work done at?
Yes.
Right there in the shop?
Yeah, right.
If it's Friday nights, right? Don't you have business on Friday nights here?
Yeah, I get somebody to work for me on Fridays.
Oh, I see.
That's my night off.
That's your night off.
Yeah. So I come back from racing and take back over and go back to work.
I see.
So.
Usually, how many firsts you got this year? You know, how's it going?
It's been a tough year so far.
Really?
Rough start. I've got a couple seconds this year. Had a really hard time getting the car hooked up. The track's a little bit different this year. It's a little bit slicker than it was last year. So I've been trying to fine-tune the setup, and I think we got it pretty close now. So the second half of the season should really be better.
Basically, what kind of powertrain you got going on?
I run the Crate late model division. It's a 350 GM engine. It's a sealed engine from Chevrolet. It puts out 400 horsepower right out of the crate. And then everybody has to run the same engine. So it's up to you to set the chassis up and to drive it. But that puts everybody on pretty much a level playing field.
If I were to, is it a local thing? I can get tickets here online or go to Speedway?
Oh, sure.
Or what?
You just pick them up at the gate. Carolina Speedway is carolinaspeedway.net, and they have a website also gives you their schedule, and they have quite a few different events. They have big races every week for a different division. So,
you know, if like I said, we're friends, but if anybody else is interested in your racing career, you know, how could they pick up on it?
just start hanging out at your local track.
Okay, that's a good idea. About on the average, how many races you run a year?
Somewhere between 20 and 25.
Okay, and that's usually always on a Friday night, right?
No, I run some on Saturday nights.
Okay.
It just depends on where I'm racing at. But it's always on Friday or Saturday night.
The same car always? What's the colors of the car?
Mine's black. It's got red numbers with yellow flames on it.
Is there a picture around it in the bar somewhere? What do you think?
It's black with red numbers and yellow flames.
How do you repair it? What's it made out of? For people that don't know.
The body is all sheet metal. You take a flat piece of sheet metal and you cut it out and you bend it and you put braces behind it. And so the body's nothing but just raw sheet metal when you start with it.
So in other words, you got to be an all-around guy.
Yeah. The chassis are custom built. Everything on it's specific for a race car. You can't take street car parts and put on stuff like that.
I realize that racing's a serious business. Have you ever been hurt?
No.
Great. Bless you. As far as in your racing career, or have you ever met some important people?
Well, I've met a lot of important people.
I mean,
it wasn't necessarily through me racing, but it was just being at the right place at the right time. I met Dale Earnhardt Sr. actually at a hunt club when I was about 15 years old. Bobby Allison has been in here several times. I've met Kyle Petty. Tony Stewart actually races at the track that I race at, usually once or twice a year, running sprint cars.
Tony Stewart?
Yeah. He'll run his sprint car out there.
I see a lot about over here in Concord, the dirt track. Have you ever raced over there, or is that a different circuit?
The track at Charlotte, I have ran out there. I haven't had real good luck out there, so I tend to stay away from it now just because of my luck factor at that track.
But basically, it's at the Carolina Speedway. That's located where, Gary?
It's in Gastonia.
Gasoline?
It's actually on the Charlotte side of Gastonia,
All right,
so it's not very far.
Take off from here on the corner of Sugar Creek.
Just go straight down the interstate, get off on the Belmont Abbey exit, go towards Belmont, and it's not but 25 miles from here, so it's really easy to find.
Is it? I know it's a family event. Is it affordable?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's $12 to get in the stands for adults, and you figure if you go see a movie, it's going to cost you $12.
Sure.
And if you buy a Coke at the movie, then you've just surpassed your budget. The nice thing about a dirt track, you can take your own cooler and take your own food, and you get way more for your money as far as hours of entertainment.
All right, and your next scheduled trip there is when?
It won't be this Friday because they took this Friday off because of a big race somewhere else. But the following Friday, which will be, June the 11th.
Okay, so we could probably look forward to seeing you there, right?
I'll be there.
Wow. And I just might too. Thanks, Gary.
Thank you.
Well, hey,
Welcome to the Farmington Report. Y'all come on now.